I will go one by one, and I just want to inform the speakers today of this. And if you guys accept that it's recorded, just please confirm. Anime, do you accept that this is a recorded space and you know this?
Yes.
Shaka?
Yep.
Valtron?
I'm here.
Torres?
Yes, Torres.
Brad?
Absolutely, thank you.
Rise Up?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Crypto and Cigar? Crypto and Cigar? We will move back to you. Malcolm, do you understand that this is a recorded space?
Yes.
Barney?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Jay? I don't know if everybody can hear me, but Jay, do you know that this is a recorded space and do you accept that? Okay, for now.
Might have stepped away.
Yeah, I'd prefer everybody acknowledge before we get started that it is a recorded space for obvious reasons. I guess we'll proceed. Today,
Jay, you know this is a recorded space?
Unmute.
Okay.
Well, it's blinking. It's blinking record. So, I mean, I assume that that's enough.
You would think, but there's also that fail-safe aspect of it. It's verbal consent. We can all see it's blinking record, but
yeah, I'll give it for him. He's probably having a connectivity issue, maybe.
Roger that. Okay. Well, we're going to get started. We have the majority in people here that has agreed. So, unless you, Jay, I hear you there.
Oh man.
Okay. Anyways, we're going to get started now. This space today is planned in accordance to the events that have taken place due to the Lilly launch. I am the moderator of the space. I do have community questions that have come to me, which I will ask probably at the end because I want to allow time for the community members in our community to speak. When you ask your questions, please direct with the name who you're directing that question to, and please be clear. Don't use more than one question at one point in time. Complete one question. Please allow the individual to respond and then respond back. Anime, you have the floor.
I'm going to let David go first. I know he has a few questions.
Okay, David, you're first. I would like to say, please no profanity, if we could.
Oh, I'm good with that.
What if we allowed Brad to say his piece before we got started? Is that?
I don't mind if you guys would like that. I don't mind that.
I'm good with that also. You did an opening statement. If Brad does an opening statement, then when he's done, I can go after Brad.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for inviting me, guys. Appreciate the time. Crypto Bullets. We are working all day. We weren't avoiding spaces. I did try to get into the earlier space with Dell, but somehow the Twitter thing glitches, so I do apologize. I couldn't get in it. I was sitting there listening to it, but it just won't let me add requests sometimes. We're here to have some fun and get this stuff out in the open. Our updates, I got some updates from our end. Our liquidity is now locked. We did add, and there's an issue here after we did a call to Uniswap and did a few meetings back and forth with Uniswap. That is now resolved, so the liquidity is completely locked. You can go there and see that on DEX. We also completed the burn, the 4.8 quadrillion tokens. The 39% of the total supply was finished up today around 5 o'clock.
That's not 4.8, Brad. Wasn't that 46.8 million?
Sorry, sorry.
Yes, 46.
Yes, 46.8. Excuse me. Yes, correct. Thank you, Colonel. Sorry, gentlemen, everybody. As we intended to do, and we got some other technical things Barney can get into on locking and some signatures of some wallets here. But I'll turn it back over for the question.
David, you have the floor.
All right. Hey, thanks so much. Hey, so thanks for coming in, Brad, the rest of the Lilly team. I don't know if you saw it, but I did a pre-launch review and then I did a post-launch review based off of what I got from the contract, the original contract and the current contract, and what's on Dex Tools and Etherscan and what we got out of the AMA last night or the night before with Del Crypto and the rest of the team. So a few questions for you. I'm going to start out. I'll do one question at a time. But thanks for being here so you can answer questions.
Yes, sir.
In the AMA 2 nights ago, the Lilly team stated that the reserve wallet was for future exchanges. In Telegram today, Steve said that they only lock liquidity for 30 days, so you can use that for future exchanges. Which is the correct answer?
Barney, I'm going to speak that it was locked for 30 days.
Yes, it was locked for 30 days. I don't think Steven worded that correctly as to why the liquidity was locked for 30 days. Initially, there was a plan we had a 30-day plan and having it locked for that long because we were working with another advisor that we had that you guys all know. And he was putting together a plan on doing some community-based locking that he'd been hearing about and wanted to leave us open for that. So what our plan right now is once that 30 days hits, we'll just relock it. That's not an issue. We just wanted to have the ability at the time to look at the community-based unlocking and locking that this individual was talking to us about. And we were looking into it, but we didn't want to seal ourselves short when it's something we could bring the community into and have an involvement with.
Okay, so out of those two, out of the lock and the reserve wallet, the question is, which one is actually being used for the future exchanges?
That will be the reserve wallet. The reserve is for the future exchanges.
Okay, thank you, Barney. Next question.
Hold on, David.
Now
Real
we're
quick.
both.
That was Barney who responded to that question.
Yeah,
for the record.
Yeah, Barney responded. Okay, Brad, why was the liquidity not loaded prior to launch and locked? Because it could have been done before the trading was enabled.
We had some delays. I was on the phone and working with Barney and our team. We were rushing things and made a few mistakes. Guess the best things to do here is to tell the truth and just get it out and open. We were under the gun and rushing it a little bit to get it out on the timeline, and things just communication. I will take the total hit on that, and that is the answer.
Okay. All right. Moving on. The marketing and reserve wallets hold 49% of the circulating supply, circulating after the burn, and neither wallet is multi-sig. What are you doing to ensure investors that their money is safe when the Lilly team controls so much of the circulating supply?
I can field that one, Brad, if you don't mind.
Yep, I got it. Both of us can. Yep.
We actually are looking here within the next few days of releasing both of those into multi-sig wallets and putting it out there for everybody to see.
Okay, and then when you do that, will you post that? Because we would like to. I don't need to know Brad or Barney is the signature personally, but I do need to know that it's absolutely multi-sig.
Yeah, we're planning for 3 in case something happens to someone. So.
Okay,
yes.
Awesome. All right. Okay, here's a good question. Why was trading enabled 25 minutes prior to launch instead of at launch time, since it's in the contract that you could enable it at any time once you had the contract created?
Well, we were having when we deployed the new contract, we were running into really long network times on Etherscan, and we didn't get the 8 o'clock deadline, which was when we were trying to launch. And we'd hit the deploy button and we'd gone over to start working on the liquidity, figuring we had plenty of time. And when we'd flip back over to that screen, it showed it was completely done. And it happened in a tenth of the time it'd take to deploy the actual contract itself. So it was not handled properly on the dev and the tech side of it. We should have been better monitoring that. We misjudged the time. And then by the time we noticed that the trading was enabled and the liquidity was in there, And then we got the information out to the team that it was go time. They could put it all out there. We just, there was that gap in time that we just didn't account for. And I eat the responsibility of that one because I should have had better timing on that.
Okay. All right. Next question. Over $100,000. This is as of 4 hours ago. Over $100,000 has been removed from the marketing public wallet that receives reflections in ETH over the last 18 to 20 hours that's came out. Can you explain to the investors what you have spent this money on?
Yes, sir. I myself moved it to LP to balance out the V2 LP. You can see with the trail where that move went. Very simple. Answer that question. The LP was put into the token. Barney and I did it to balance out the problem of the LP that we had after I talked to Justin and worked with Justin Moonshot. So Justin and I spoke yesterday, and we had come up with a solution to balance out the liquidity.
Okay, and anybody can go into Etherscan and track that then. That's
yes,
good.
You can track it. Yep. And we
Okay.
scanned, and there was a personal, we put up some funds to liquidity too also. So.
Okay. All right.
That's it.
All right. Why? So that comes down to why are the marketing and foundation wallets buying solid tokens on Etherscan?
That is simply for we can fund the charities and run the company's expenses. That's the basic answer.
Okay. All right.
The charity, well, and I can even dive into the foundation side a little bit deeper. That is able to be transferred out and put into the foundation's the actual foundation's bank account that is set up in due time in the next weeks.
Okay. On that topic, since Lilly Foundation is separate from Lilly Finance, who are the same people that control the marketing wallet and the reserve wallets, the same individuals that control access to the foundation wallet?
There's two different folks that control it, not the same. And then Colonel is in charge and is the director of the foundation, and those tools will get turned over to him in the next 2 weeks as the company takes shape. Right now, you're in a growth transition period. If you go into that wallet right now, 1 cent has not even been taken out. You can see that wallet. I was actually talking to Justin. He actually commended us on it, that it is actually working for the kids. It's great. So,
okay, awesome. Thank you. All right. So, some wallets besides the owner, marketing, reserve, and foundation wallets held tokens prior to trading being enabled. These wallets appear to have been provided tokens by the Lilly team prior to trading being enabled. These wallets also started selling massively as soon as the price pumped. Can you provide a notable wallets list to the investors and list the discrepancies for the wallets that received tokens prior to trading being enabled if those wallets were not the owner, marketing, reserve, and foundation wallets?
Yeah, we are in control 100% of our tokens in the entire coding of this, and not one of them has moved. And we can provide those. Barney can get those ready. I can't do it right this second, but we can get them for you. Absolutely.
All right. Thank you. All right. Next question. Current contract is almost identical to the contract I reviewed 2 days ago on my channel. Same original contract that Just Moonshot reviewed. The only change is the public dead address. After Just Moonshot and his team reached out to you about the multiple red flags, why was the only change the public dead address?
We were working on a solution with our dev team in multiple, time zones to fix it. After I spoke with Moonshot, I have spoke to him many times to do the right thing and get things working and looking over things. We ran it through our teams and tested it after we fixed it. It showed everything's working, and that's why when we fixed the problem, it redeployed a new number, a new contract address. Barney, am I stating that correctly?
Yes, the issues that were brought up was the fact that the burn wallet, it was going to a burn wallet and not the dead wallet. The other issue that was brought up was at the fact that we had not enabled trading yet. And so if you went to the honeypot checker, it did flag as a honeypot. As soon as we enabled checking, that went away. So those were the only two issues that I was aware that was brought up to me between Brad and John.
All right. Last question for me. At least 4 fake or scam Lilly tokens were created many hours prior to launch. The Lilly team waited at least 8 hours after other investors made this known on Twitter before they made an announcement about 2 fake accounts. And basically, his statement was, hey, any contracts out there are fake. Don't mess with them. But there was one contract that belonged to Lilly. Why did the Lilly team not take a more proactive approach to protecting the investors and the entire community in regards to the fake and scam tokens and only posted one time on Twitter about 2 contracts?
Dave, I think that's a simple question. We're all working around the clock, and I did see one, so I think I was the one to initiate getting them out there. And if I see scams, I do my best to get the team to get it out as fast as we can, and it's fast anywhere on Twitter or any social. So I believe everybody was pencils down, working as a 24-hour team. So I don't think there's really an answer. That's my best answer for that.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was a very long delay of 8 hours or more once those the fake tokens launched before.
Yeah, David, I didn't even see them, man.
Yeah.
I saw one. I don't go to Dex every day and search either. You know, when you're under the gun working like we were in the last week, I mean, you can understand what any time crunch is like for any company. You know, we've got meetings, you know, in and out of. I had Friday, I had foundation meetings all day with the largest healthcare provider in the country, and it was that was all ended in success. So, you know, I can only apologize for not seeing them, but I can guarantee we'll put protocol to look for things. You know, now that we're not launching a token, I guess it doesn't matter, but scam, you know, how things have happened to, say, Tom, if I could use for example, there's always some kind of scam crap out there. So.
Okay, and then I lied. The last question is on your website, you have a bunch of avatars of the team. How many of the team members and what positions do they hold that you plan on fully doxing to the community and the investors?
I'm just going to go to the website while I'm on the phone.
Because they're avatar pictures and they got like first.
Yeah. The goal, honestly, I've done the spaces with Ryan about that, and I'm on the wrong keyboard. Sorry. I think my best answer is I think we can dox half. And I can go through them this week, but there's 1 or 2 that need to transition.
And I understand if you're not doxing a secretary that doesn't have
access. No, I'm looking. Hang on. But I think they really, a couple of them are. I mean, Josh is. I think most of them are going to come out and do it. I mean, I'll go back to we were just busy this week, but if it's a big deal to the community, I think we can take that on. That's fine.
Yeah, I think it's a big deal to dox those individuals that actually have access to the wallets. And
that's fair.
All right. Hey, thank you so much, Brad, Barney, for answering 100%. Questions. That is all of my questions, Crypto Wallet.
Yeah, Michelle Bailey said she'll dox right now. She just texted me.
All right. Thank you so much. I'm going to turn it back over to you, Crypto Wallet.
Okay, thank you. So Anime, as we just spoke, you have the floor now.
What's up, Brad? Correct me if I'm wrong. The second to last question David was talking about, there were some tokens dropped from the deployer wallet before launch and they were sold off. I don't think you went over on why those wallets sold.
We haven't dropped any tokens. The airdrop is still sitting. My team has not gotten any airdrop. Nothing's been sent.
David, was that what you were asking?
Yeah, that's what I was asking. From what I've seen, there was some tokens that were in individual wallets prior to the launch that are not the owner, marketing, reserve, or foundation wallets that had tokens prior to trading being enabled, and those tokens have sold off during the process of the pump.
David, you think that's... go ahead, Barney. I think I got an idea what it is.
I was just going to say, if somebody could... get into DM me or something, those wallets, I'd gladly look into this.
I'm wondering if it's the kind of the mix of the contract being talked about versus it going on our site and someone getting in that early while that toggle was on, but it's not our team's tokens. The whole token count is sitting in our company. Every single coin.
So my only issue is they are tokens that were in wallets that were not the official wallets prior to the trading button being enabled.
Yeah, let's send them wallets to info and Barney immediately.
Yeah, please.
So let's get through it and get together on an email together because they're not ours.
All right, I'll get them out within the next day.
Because we
The
can,
other scans
yeah.
have been busy.
I mean, honesty about token purchases, I didn't get to purchase for Lilly under $3,000, and it was late after 10. So.
Okay, all right, thank you.
And Anime, do you want to continue with your line of questioning, or do you want to give the floor to somebody else? I know you probably have other questions.
Yeah, you can come back to me.
And
Okay.
Ari said he'll docs full time right away too, and he's in here listening.
I would like to try to find somebody in here that can make their statement. I don't want David to go down because I believe he has a lot of good information and may be able to speak to something in the future. But the next person that I choose to speak, or if you want to speak now, I would prefer it's somebody to be that I can remove, because I have 3 other people that want to ask questions that have very valid points, and I want to give them their voice. So I don't know if it's Crypto and Cigars or Malk or any of the other individuals in here that would go down after they speak. Please let me know.
I got a quick question.
Go ahead.
So, Brad, it sounds like you and Moonshot were working out the problems with the contract. He kind of laid them all out to you, and he had suggested delaying the launch. Can I ask why it wasn't delayed?
Because we were able to fix the problem.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I was on mute. Yeah.
Yeah, we were able to resolve the problem. It wasn't something that required a whole rewrite of the contract. It was literally just fixing the dead wallet issue and then redeploying it. It wasn't a rewrite of the contract by any means.
Okay.
And we tested it after.
And don't forget too, guys, from the AMA the other night, we had many other things stacking up against us from other commitments we've made to huge things that you're going to see in the next coming week. We could not afford delays.
Okay. And I guess one of the issues that he had, didn't he say he wanted it coded with an anti-bot feature?
Yeah, we have
that you guys
anti-bot worked in. But
okay. Weren't the problem the fact that there were so many bots buying and selling?
No, I don't think so, Faltron. I don't think that was the problem. The problem was that there were people, 300 of them, who were able to get in ahead of everyone else because they saw the contract live on YouTube, and the trading was enabled, and they were able to take advantage of it. And that happened. And then when it switched to the version that's currently on, they sold. And this is the reason why you see sells that don't have a buy on it.
So are you saying, is your position that it is the fault of just Moonshot and Scott Herman that those sales were happening?
No, Faltron.
No,
absolutely not. So the information, Faltron, that Moonshot, the realist in the game, and Scott were showing was public information. And it was there invisible. They did nothing wrong in showing this. That information should be able to be shown, and it should provide traders no advantage. The contract had a enable trading function in it, and that enable trading function should have been turned off until a new time to establish what was promised, which was a fair launch, was delivered. So after everything was settled and after all the liquidity was put in and they were ready to go, they shouldn't have put out the contract address. Truly, in my opinion, what they should have done was put out a time at which they would deliver what was told to the community that they would, which was a fair launch, instead of some quasi stealth launch live on YouTube where people were able to take advantage of. And today we have heard from the Lilly team as they come up. We've all been waiting, and they have, and this is the team that I signed up on. These guys are taking full blame.
Okay.
Wait. Can I just finish my question?
Actually, my statement relates to that same question in the statement that was just made, and I think it's important.
Okay. Can I just finish though, please, Cryptobolics?
No problem.
So, you were sort of implying that it is the fault of, YouTubers, as you said. But why was it?
No
Hold,
implication of
hold on,
that,
hold on,
No.
Phil.
hold on,
No,
hold on.
no.
Let me finish. So, I mean, it was sort of implied. But why did you guys allow trading 30 minutes before the launch? When you were saying that the launch had started, but it was actually turned in the on position.
Actually, the trading didn't get turned on until 35 minutes after we were supposed to have launched. We were supposed to have launched at 8 o'clock. We didn't actually enable the trading until 8:35.
So
That is when I see the first buys.
It was
coming
like a
across.
timing mishap. I don't know how to explain that. It was
Well,
on while he was loading LP in two
well, then
different
how
Mistakes
were
were
there
made.
those?
perfect storm.
If it hadn't been launched, but it was enabled, then how did those 300 people purchase the token?
I think there's a Dell. Isn't there a Discord that dumps the contract address of all the companies coming out and 30,000 people? I can't remember the name of it.
But
No,
even
sir.
if they have the contract address, that shouldn't matter.
Right, and you do have
Faltron, I can explain it, Faltron.
that's my best guess.
I
So,
can.
real
I've looked
quick,
into
Dell,
this, Faltron.
you're saying that trading opened 30 minutes after, or because what I'm getting is people got a 30-minute head start.
No.
No,
It's
the
after the 8
launch
o'clock that it was
time,
supposed to
the
be.
launch time, if I may, was we were supposed to launch at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on February 11th, 2022, which was last night. Due to the issues we were running into with just network of deploying and everything else, we actually didn't enable the enable trading. We didn't hit the right button on that to make that go into effect until last night, February 11th, 2022.
So how were the tokens able to get in there half an hour prior to launch? Is the question.
I am not aware that they were, but I can guarantee you I will sure start looking into that and find out.
I am aware.
Real quick, so Brad, why did Dell Crypto send you a text message saying what time did we launch, and you said 8:50 to 9:18? Dell replied, buys started at 8:35. This is so fucked up.
That was a cited text message, correct?
That is a text message between Dell Crypto and Brad Beatty, and I have the picture.
Okay.
I was on the phone with Barney while we were launching. Dell was at a boxing match, and Dell reached out to me. I don't see there's anything. I don't understand what's wrong with that text. So
nothing wrong with it at all.
I don't see that. Was just him checking in, maybe.
Dell, could you explain?
I think he maybe was bent that we didn't go at 8. I don't know.
Dell, could you explain how those?
Real quick, guys, I have to make a statement only because Dell just came up here. Dell, this is a recorded space. Do you accept that it is a recorded space?
I fully accept.
Okay, go ahead, Torres.
Dell, could you explain? Because you said you had the answer to it. We still have not got to the nitty-gritty of the answer. 8:35 is when the button was pressed to launch. Explain to us in your best way of explaining how those tokens ended up there 30 minutes prior to 8 p.m. Please.
I'm about to give you my best, just like you asked. Excuse me for the dorkification here. So again, before I start this is no fault or anything of the greatest in the game. They are fine. They should be allowed to do this. It was public information. I'm just stating what happened. What happened
also,
was...
okay. No, you're good. I do have to have a follow-up question, though.
Sure. Yep. So mistakes were made, and I'm about to give the complete time trail from my investigations of the mistakes that were made. And these mistakes in no way include anything from Jay Moon or any of his associates. He did not make any mistakes. So if you take a look at the YouTube video at exactly 1 hour and 19 minutes, Justin Moon finds the Lilly contract that is currently up and available right now.
Dell, real quick, I need to cut you off because earlier in the space that I have recorded, you stated that your phone was off. Now, Brad is telling you he called you during the launch. So how was your phone off and you were you were reffing or whatever.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
no,
yep.
it was a
Absolutely.
text, I think.
It was
Wasn't
a
it? I don't.
text.
It might have been a text.
Everyone, anime. You saw the anime. You're the one that said you saw it, right?
Yeah,
And you
okay,
saw
so
the
Brad
timestamp
said
on
he
it.
called you. I just want to get the facts out. That's all. It seems like there's some lying going on.
There's
No, I'm not
Steel.
lying. It might have been a text. I honestly don't remember if it was a text or call, but I think it was a
It
text.
was a text, and
Yeah.
that text led to a call, and you can see that in the text anime.
How were the wallets half an hour early, Dell? Please, somebody answer the question.
Yes, I was in the process of answering that, and then I got like sidetracked to this
Yeah, no problem. Sorry, I just
other thing.
got up.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. Okay, so at exactly 1 hour and 19 minutes, they find a new Lilly contract. By my estimation, this is around 8:20-ish. That people are made aware of the Lilly contract, and this is unaware to the people who are loading the Lilly contract while I'm at the boxing match, also unaware. And so right there at 8:20, they have the information that they need. The ones who are savvy, they go to Uniswap. They load up that contract address. They put some ETH up there. They set their slippage. They shove their thumb over the button and they wait. And so they waited all the way until 8:35. And additionally, what I saw was done that some of those people weren't just greedy for themselves. Some of them took that information and put it in the Telegram and in other spaces on the internet. And this specifically is why at 8:35 you see the first purchases that are made. And this is in the other version, one that's not currently on. The first purchases that were made when Lilly, in my opinion, and their admission, mistakenly had the trading function on, and this everything here allowed people to take advantage of their mistake. I hope I explained that fully. And if I didn't, let me know. I'll break it down even further.
Well, no,
I don't
I
think that's going to be necessary because I'd like to chime in on this one. This is the first time hearing about this personally, and honestly, sorry if anybody thinks otherwise. This has just become the top of my list to resolve, and I don't have the answer for it right now. But myself and the developers will be on this, and we won't stop until we find the answers. And I will be transparent and report it as soon as I find out what happened.
All right.
I mean, that seems like it seems like the finger is sort of getting pointed at YouTubers for mentioning the contract. But I mean, there's people that just sit in deck stools live.
No,
Right. No,
I agree.
don't
People
understand
just
how
sit.
that could
Hold
be
on a
the
sec. Can I
understand.
finish? Like,
Yes,
can I
please.
talk? Don't start cutting me off now, gentlemen. There's people that sit in deck stools live new pairs and just hit the live new pairs. They just put money into anything. So, the answer that I was looking for is you say you mistakenly had enabled trading. So that's the answer. It has nothing to do with Scott Herman. The contract address.
That's
Let's
what I said.
move away from that. We're not blaming Moonshot or
Hell
Herman.
no, we're not.
Okay.
We're
That's
So
why I
friends with them.
started
you
my
enabled
conversation.
trading, which caused 300 sales.
Faltron, you're acting like I didn't start my statement how I started my statement.
Right. But I'm just saying.
Falcon, Brad here. I think it was a perfect storm of all circumstances. Right? Just like everybody's sitting waiting, everybody's trolling
I've
for
already
everything.
said that I think it was a mistaken case of dev negligence.
Starting
That's
with
how
us,
I would term it.
Real quick, I'd like to ask, Brad, are you aware, and Dell, are you really resigned from Lilly Finance? Are you guys no longer partners?
I would like to. Can I speak in on this?
Yes.
Can I speak freely?
Yeah, go ahead, Dell.
So can I talk? Like, I got a lot to say about this.
Yeah,
I would keep it limited, to be honest with you, because I have other questions and there are a lot of people.
I just thought that you said earlier he was aware of this already.
Yeah, he is, but I got like something on my heart that I wanted to say, and it's okay if this is not the right. I can say it another time. That's okay, and I'll just say that
You can say it now, Joe.
I'll just
You can be honest.
Yeah, we'll go an extra 5 or whatever. Go.
Thanks, man. Thanks. I think that I have no ill will towards Lilly or Brad. It was a dream of mine to work this job. This job was a dream come true for me because of the team. Man, the people I met and the time I spent working with Lilly was the truly one of the best months of my life. What I felt we were working towards, like I never slept so easy in my life. It was, and I meant it, a dream job. And I never said any BS about the things that I felt about it. And its fundamentals and all the things Brad's come to deliver. And today, I got emotional, and I did resign from Lilly, and I did it very much in response to the community, and I did it because I felt that not because of the community. No, second, that's why I got emotional. But the reason why I did it was because I felt that there was, like I said, dev negligence that could have been avoided. And I didn't want to be a part of that at the time. And I was very emotional, and I did resign. And all I got to say about that is that I hold no ill will. The people on this team of Lilly were some of the best people I've ever met. And they made a mistake, and they've admitted to that. Many projects have started off making this mistake. Um, but I think that by definition, there was no rug pull. There was a dump. I've done my homework into it. I don't think that anyone from Lilly intentionally ripped anyone off, but I do think that negligently things could have been avoided. And thanks for letting me say that.
Okay. So I will say this, and I just want to put the record. I believe that is a disingenuous statement, just judging by the way you spoke on the last space, which was almost the complete opposite.
No, yeah, I was emotional, and you know what? I'm very emotional, and I actually said in the last space, I said the reason why I left Lilly was because of the dev negligence, and I just said that again to her, and I absolutely did change my tone. And I was at the time I was emotional because I was the only one speaking, and no one else was.
Okay.
And yep,
Hey,
and
Bolin,
now I learned why. Real quick, 10 more seconds. I learned why is because the team was like working hard to do their job. They had messed up and they were trying to do their job right, and then they did it, and now here they are, and they're taking admission. And yes, this, you're right. This has changed my emotions, and that's why you're hearing this tone, and that's my answer.
Okay. And
I have Shaka on the phone. He wants to ask a question real quick because he can't get up here with too many people. Is that okay?
Yeah, just give me 1 second for this because I've been trying to get this out for a bit now.
No problem.
Can you confirm or deny that there was multiple YouTubers that were supposed to receive the contract address 3 hours prior so that they could buy in early with bots? And I have the information, and the people asked to remain discreet, but that is something that did take place, and I want to know the answer.
People can ask, but it was never sent.
No, it was not sent.
I-
That is correct. It was not sent.
Thank you. How's that?
It was not sent.
A lot of people come to companies when they're taking off, and
Right.
I've denied giving coins. This is going to be a fair launch, the best of my ability, and it's bad character to give coins out. People have come to me to trade coins. It's so crazy, but it's always been no and delay, defer.
It was, to the best of their knowledge, they were led to believe that they were going to get the contract address for promoting the token. And that's what was disclosed to me by these 6 individuals. So that's why I had brought it to you. But that I will say they did not receive the contract address, but they did get it early, which they already had time to get bots set up to do the placement. The bots did not fully execute because there was a liquidity issue. They ran the bot, it failed. They ran it again, it failed. They waited, then they ran it one more time, and then they were able to adequately utilize those bots to pump up the project and then dump efficiently.
So then,
you're good.
No, I know. I don't want to start a stupid bickering, but if the YouTubers are admitting they go and do this to get contracts early, that's a flaw. Why aren't they here saying it?
I think they'd like to, keep their reputation there. I mean,
but yeah. But no, we didn't send it out. So that's the answer. How's that?
Brad, do you have an idea? Do you have an idea? Do you know the amount that dealt crypto for his services during the time period of his title for the Lilly Foundation as the chief technology officer. What was his compensation during that time period?
Dell Crypto has received 0 Lilly tokens.
In
Has he
Ethereum.
received any type of compensation in regards to Lilly token, Ethereum, fiat currency, or any type of monetary gain?
As far as payroll, no.
All right. So in other words, what other methods could he have gotten compensated by, if not payroll?
We bartered and did things for putting up liquidity because we were on the run, moving around things.
I will say that's a very evasive statement, Brad. I mean, there of course was some sort of compensation.
That's very vague. I didn't really get that. That was kind of very
I
gray
didn't pay
area.
Dell. So.
Brad, you can feel free to be fully honest. I borrowed.
Yeah, I borrowed money for liquidity, but that's not payment. So yeah.
No,
and while I was moving money around, so
yeah, I borrowed them money for liquidity.
There was no compensation
because I truly believe in the project.
But Dale, earlier today in our space, my good brother, you said that you received 0 compensation or any type of monetary funds, any capacity at an earlier.
Well, it's not compensation. I borrowed it.
This is the other way, brother.
Yeah, it's not.
It's heading the other direction. They didn't borrow it to me.
Essentially, to clarify for the group, Dell Crypto lent Brad the liquidity or the funds for the project. It was not the other way around. So essentially, what Dell Crypto is saying is he was almost like the bank to the lender.
Yeah, we were putting out big money on other buckets of this project.
But to be clear, as far as like saying the lender portion, there I have received no extra than what I lent, because there was no compensation received by me, as was just very clearly stated.
Can we get that wallet address, please?
The other way.
Can we get that wallet address, please?
Yo, Cryptobolics, let's let
Yes, agreed. Shaka is going to speak now.
Let me know if you can hear him. Go ahead, Shaka.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right. So earlier, Dale, I asked you a question before you got sized out. So I'm going to ask you one question, and then I'm going to ask Brad something. You told me earlier that wasn't no money passed around between anything. So I asked a question about money, just period, because you talked about fiat and we talked about crypto, and I said, was there any money passed around dealing with the coin? And you said no. So I said, what was your dealings with the coin?
You asked me if I received any. You said if I was getting any money. I'm open and honest. I just admitted that I got nothing to hide. I lent.
I'm gonna repeat something, then I'm gonna add something to it. All right? So I asked you, was there any money or currency passed around between the company? And I asked you, what was your job title? All right. So I asked you, what was your job title? And then
I disagree. I don't think that's what you asked me. My at least that's not how I interpreted it. My interpretation was
Dell, he's talking through a phone, so let him finish and then you rebuttal. Please.
All right. So I asked you first, your job title. Then I asked you what was your affiliation with the coin. You said you didn't have no affiliation with the coin. I asked you, did you get paid, or was there any money that was given out? Okay, that's both-handed. Or either you funding the deal, or they funded you. You just said that you just gave them money to fund the liquidity or whatever the case be. Maybe you misunderstood me. I'll give you that. I'm not here. Like I said, you misunderstood that. That's cool. But I asked you particularly, did you do any work or anything with the coin? You said the only thing that you did with the coin was the call that y'all had on Friday or whatever day, the last day that y'all had to meet. How did you leave out, and I asked you your job title for a reason, how did you leave out the fact that you said that you're on the medical blockchain, that's what you're only there for, you don't deal nothing with nothing with the coin, nothing with the currency, but you loaned out $55,000, however money it was for the coin, for liquidity?
Because as you said, at the time, everyone was asking me about the compensation I received.
No.
Go ahead. If you feel free to interrupt, I don't mind being interrupted.
No, I'm saying, but I didn't. You're saying what everybody.
Yeah, so I'm saying that what I understood. That's all I'm saying right now is my interpretation as I was at the time. Everyone was asking me, "Did you receive any compensation?" I remember speaking with you, Shaka, and my understanding was you asked me if I had received any compensation. Now, my money is my money, and I'm not. Well, hold on. Let me finish. Now, this time I am in the middle of saying something I want to say, so I'll stand up to not be interrupted this time. And I will say that my money's my money, and I believed in this project, and I decided with my money to lend my friend Brad $55,000 for the project, and I don't see any crime in that. I believed in the project.
Okay.
So I did.
You said you have to say. So you dance around, and when you was talking to me earlier, I didn't let you dance around. So that's why you was in the predicament you was in. So if I ask my question, could you please answer the question but allow me to ask the question again? Can we do that? Like yes, no, no, yes. Like
I always have played the yes/no game. Always.
Okay, cool. So you just said that you let your friend Brad, not your coworker, not that you work for the foundation, not the person that got a cryptocurrency coming. Your friend Brad.
Yes.
You lended him some money.
Yes.
What did he do with the money?
He put it in liquidity, like I did state.
A worker for the company that didn't. You said you receive no compensation from working for the company or work.
Correct. Yes. Yes.
Why? So you're not getting paid. You're giving up money for a project.
Yes, sir. Yes, I am. Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yep.
So you said that basically isolated you out where you wasn't even in the project, correct?
Say that again. I'm sorry. Say that once again.
You said you didn't deal with the project. They basically isolated you out of the project with the.
No. I was never isolated out of the project. No, I said there's a hierarchy in the project, and there were certain things I was not privileged to. Conversations with Saitama, things like that. I wasn't.
We talking about post Saitama.
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
We're talking about post Saitama.
Oh, always there's so there's a hierarchy in the company, right? And there has post or pre. Always there were certain things that I wasn't privileged to. That's normal in any company.
Okay, so I'm not sure if we're getting anywhere.
No, it's kind of beating a dead horse.
Yeah, we're done with that.
Yeah, I clearly answered it many times, and I'll stand by my statement.
You're talking about strictly with the token.
Let him finish.
You didn't deal with the token at all.
It seems to me, Shaka, like you're trying to say that you're trying to cast some blame on me for doing something with my money, and you can feel any type of way you want about what I do or tell people what I do with my money. But I'm a grown man, and my money is my own, and I never do anything unethical with my money, and that's why I literally can't come on here today with my head held high.
Can you answer the question though, Dell, instead of telling a story?
What's the question? I didn't even hear one.
I said, let's start this over. You're telling me that you had no access when you didn't work with Bitcoin, post or pre Saitama.
I never said I didn't have no access. No. What? No, Shaka. You're taking a statement that I made, and you're, in my opinion, you're blowing it out of context to create a new narrative.
It's a yes or no.
I won't play the yes/no game to loaded questions that have narratives built to them. If it's fair questioning, I will do the yes/no always.
As to the point, you worked in the medical, you built blockchains. That's what you told me.
That I told you, yes.
Okay. Brad, can I ask you?
I'm listening. I'm just typing.
All right, Brad. Who was the person that initially gave you the contract to outsource?
We have independent companies working on it with our dev teams, and we use multiple international partners.
Link to Rome's.
Oh, sorry, am I on?
I'm a rephrase it again. When you got Saitama, how did you get a contract with anybody else that you outsourced? Who referred to outsource?
With Saitama, Max is working on that contract. That's all I dealt with, or Russell via calls.
Post Saitama. When you got Saitama,
no, that's the company I deal with. Company information, private. Sorry, I'm not.
What was that?
It's private, he said.
These private company partners. Sorry.
Earlier, Dell mentioned somebody by the name of Inter.
Well, let Shaka finish, please, because he's on a phone, dude.
So it's private that who wrote the contract, and then you have problems with the contract. So basically, to the community that we're talking about, that funds you took, and you will not release who made the contract that had all these loopholes in it where they got their money taken. Is that what you're saying?
I'd
like to chime in this if I could.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let Brad answer.
Yeah, I don't see loopholes in this contract. That's a false statement. We repaired a problem that me and Justin went over with multiple devs and help with outside devs and advice.
Okay.
So there's no loophole.
I wouldn't know that, guys. I wouldn't know if that did or did not happen because
there's no loophole
there. I wasn't involved.
Looking at that chart today says otherwise. I'm sorry, guys.
Dale, when he ran off.
I mean, we go back to the previous.
Yes, I did run off, Shaka. I ran off. I sure did.
Flipped up and said that he, after Saitama, and I went back and listened to it. After Saitama, he contacted somebody that contacted you, and then y'all outsourced a contract. I think everybody in the room heard that.
Well, absolutely. But what I also said was that all I did was.
Hey, Dell, let Brad answer, please. Dell,
Yes.
Hold on a second.
Yes,
we heard what you said. We need Brad to answer this question without you interrupting him. Answering this question because
I will be quiet.
This is A and B is going to make the C conclusion. So
yeah,
I don't mean to be rude or ignorant, but please mute yourself while Brad answers this question right now without you interrupting and answering for Brad, because we already have you recorded as what you already said. So we really need Brad to say what he's got to say right now, Dell. And then once Brad answers, then you can try to correct Brad and remind Brad what happened. Thank you. Sorry about that, Brad. It's all you.
Yeah, and I believe it goes back to the public sale and those folks dumping. There's no loophole in our contract. Our contract is tested and worked and audited.
No. I know Shaka's on the phone. You might not be able to hear him.
Sure.
But just to clarify Shaka's question, when you guys left Saitama and you guys needed a new contract created, who was the one that informed you or told you these are the people we should use to create our new contract?
We have private companies in place. We have defense companies outside of our company we deal with.
Okay,
we have
perfect.
Cybersecurity professionals. We have vendors with Plasma that I get people from. We have Korea team with an AI side.
That's not the answer that Dell gave us. Shaka, I'm sorry. I don't want to cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no. Absolutely. Thank you.
Let Shaka finish. He's almost done. He's getting to his point.
That's not what Dale told us on a recorded call in front of everybody that you still see on the panel and everybody that you see down there. So,
well, my company has a right to hire vendors as it sees fit and pay those folks for services in Korea. Like our UX team is a family, kind of close to the family. We keep that person full time, a different time zone. We have folks in Turkey that do different things, not coding, but we have vendors that do things for our Plasma company. So I'm not divulging information that's putting my company at risk for spaces that if I don't feel it's right. And I'm not being rude. And I'm not being rude either.
Nobody's looking for that, Brad.
Yeah.
We're just looking for answers of what was
told to us. And I don't know what we're trying to get at either. So there's no end to the answer. Sorry, guys.
It's going to lead up to what we're getting at.
Sure, but
Rise up is next. Go ahead, Shaka.
Okay, so basically, I just want to make sure that we're on record. Everything's recorded.
Yes.
You're not going to tell who refers you now. You know, you can probably make up something because now you probably get the gist of where I'm going. So somebody came to you after Saytama and said, "Hey, I know somebody that make contracts." Who's the person that came to you and said, "Hey, I know somebody that make contracts"? It should be easy. Like I'm trying to walk you through it. Like I'm not trying to make you look like.
We had multiple people that we vetted out that were approached that were given to us on who could make contracts.
Yeah,
So
we
who
were
made the
working on
a
contract,
good
Barney?
considerable amount of time.
Who made the contract?
we're not answering the question. I don't have to. Number one. Number two, I was working on a plan B, guys, before we left Saitama. Plan B, company's plan B, in case something happens. We have plan B, C, D in both companies. So sorry.
So that's
Yeah.
So earlier in the conversation, I talked to Dale before he ran off. I'm gonna say it again. Before he ran off, and he stumbled up.
I don't know what you're getting at, so I'm missing information, and I'm not giving out my vendors.
I'm doing something. Let me work. After Saitama, he went and got somebody that got contracts, and then that person referred to you for outsource. That's what came out of his mouth. So
I'm sorry, I can't answer these questions because I don't have the information, honestly.
Okay.
So this is going to go in a circle.
All right, this is bullshit.
Okay.
Somebody's lying here. If a person went after Saitama, and we all know that Dale deals with crypto, so you mean to tell me after Dale said he didn't deal with the coin? That's what he told me on the first recording. You got to record it. He said all he really did after Saitama was they had the little Zoom call meeting, whatever y'all had, and that was really it. Then he tripped up and said, okay, after I tripped him up, and I said, okay, so you just dealt with the medical blockchain. You didn't deal with the coin. Then he said, oh, yeah, I dealt with the coin. After Saitama, I went and I got the person to get the contract, and then, well, he went to get somebody to get the contract that outsourced the contract that y'all got. The same two contracts that y'all had. That came out his mouth. So you, Brad, don't know that Dale was the one that said, hey, I got somebody with a contract, and let's get the party started, and let's get business. Like, that's a real huge gap to sit back and say, okay, Dale had nothing to do with it. I, myself, Brad, and whoever went, and we got some companies, some private companies to do this and do that. Like, the stories aren't gelling. So
okay, guys, listen. We have a lot of people in here. I can't seem to use my mute button. I've tried multiple times to try to mute everybody. We're running out of time.
I should get a chance to say something here.
You've had enough. So no, everybody stop. No more talking, because I can't mute anybody. So please just give me a moment. Okay, I can't mute anybody. It doesn't work. We're running out of time, and I believe that we're beating the shit out of a dead horse. Okay. We have other people up here that have plenty of great questions, and we need to, not that Shaka's questions aren't great, they're fantastic, and he was making a great point, but we've spent like 20 minutes on it, and Brad's got to leave at 10 o'clock.
I mean, why are we limited to 1 hour though, bro?
Brad can stick around for a little longer. Okay?
Come on, it's ridiculous, bro.
Don't say it's ridiculous to me, Torres. I'm going by a limited time.
You're not
1 hour.
Brad's going to give us another hour.
I know. So you're not letting Shaka speak anymore?
No, it's okay. I'd like other people.
Now we have a hard stop at 10. We do have a hard stop at 10.
Of course you do.
All right, let Rise up. Let's let Rise up though, and tell you. Yeah, real quick. Let's let Rise up tell you about your contract and what it looks.
And Brad, you can stick around for a few more minutes. Come on, cut the shit.
This went nowhere.
So, guys, to make this straight, you already said you had no. You are denying that somebody bought early from your team, aka developer team, straight after launch. Yes or no? This goes to the three of you.
Phrase that again. I'm sorry. Say that again.
So you deny that there is one person in your team that bought tokens straight after launch.
All I stated was I wasn't aware of this, and it's on my list. That is the top of my list to figure out what's going on. I was not aware of that until this space is right now. That's not. I've not heard that before.
So my next question is, who runs the contract?
We run the contract. I'm looking at the contract right now.
So okay, so this question goes to you. At 1:35:26 a.m. UTC, you approved trading, correct?
That would be. I'm hold on. I'm looking at the transactions right now. That was at 1:35. Was it? You said it's UTC.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So my next question is, why am I looking at a wallet where you, at the dev, that wallet, sending money to and buying tokens at exactly 1:35:57 a.m. UTC. This is a confirmation on the blockchain.
I'm looking for that transaction. Sorry, I'm having to scroll here. 1:35:57.
Yes.
From 776A.
No, from wallet 0x. It starts with 0xD1B98.
Okay, I might be looking at the wrong transaction then. I'm sorry. Let me go to the next one here. See, I've got at 1:38:12, and then let me go back to the other one here. Well, let me just scroll to 100 here. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find this information as we're doing this. I'm not putting off. I'm just literally trying to find it. Okay, so enable trading was right here.
Bernie, can you DM Rise Up and he can just send you the transaction hash?
Yeah, I can probably do that. Where is he here?
Yeah, because you're going to stick around. You're going to stick around for a bit, Barney, right?
I've got just a little bit. I'm not going to lie, guys. I've been up for since 6 o'clock yesterday morning.
But wouldn't you guys want to do your due diligence and your best to make sure we clarify this? Because there's millions of dollars have been lost by fake wallets. All this is going on right now. Why wouldn't you want to clarify everything like that?
I do. Listen, you guys don't know me from Adam or Steve, and I understand that. And there's a lot of people here that have a lot of questions, and I want to get to the bottom of it just as much as everybody else. I am all about this has to be right. I have devoted my life to doing this because it's the right thing to do. And I'm not going to sit here and let some shady stuff happen that I'm not knowing about, that I'm not going to research and find out what it is. So
well, wouldn't you want to help?
Stuff, I will get it.
Wouldn't you guys want to stay here and just kind of like help the community's mind get at ease, that they can feel safe with your money instead of running off at the strike of 10?
No, we're not running off. We have a business meeting. We have lots of things going on in meetings around the clock with this stuff going on, guys. We're not being rude.
Right, but don't you want to make
We can do another one. We can do another one. We schedule for an hour. We did what the hour was set up when they reached out. We have meetings. We've been around the clock.
Yeah, how much did you pay Cryptobolics? Let's be honest. For 1 hour. I know he charges by the hour.
Absolutely nothing.
Guys, let's not go there. Hey, Cryptobolics.
Come on, guys.
Hey, Brad, just do me a favor. Just give me 5 minutes before you guys decide to head out, because I do have.
I am leaving. I am finished. I have a meeting that's 4 minutes in right now. I'm staring at people on the screen.
Yeah, in a rush to launch and fuck over everybody, in a rush to leave.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Guys, come on.
I'm sure all these investors, these 3,000 crypto investors in this room, feel absolutely comfortable.
Yeah, and $1 million that was lost in fake accounts. How about them? Who cares about them, right? 4 minutes late, but
I care about them. I care.
What about the rug pools linked to your contract?
Would you look at that? My mute worked. It's turning into like a witch hunt, and it's just tons of. I can't even believe it worked finally. I don't know why the hell it worked now.
It didn't work for me. I just muted it to be nice.
Oh, it worked for you?
No, you can't mute me or Faltron.
No. I'm talking like okay. Well, I tried doing it earlier and it didn't work at all. I was like, what the hell's going on? It's turning into kind of like a witch hunt, and and I get it. A lot of people are mad, and I definitely would have to agree with the community here, I understand you do have meetings, and I respect that. But I would definitely say that there are a lot of investors, my family that invested, and I would appreciate if we could keep you just a little bit longer. But if we were going to do that, I would ask kindly to the other people and the other people on this panel to, stop trying to attack from left to right to left to right. At this point, we've
I
got
mean,
a
it's
lot
no
of.
big deal. Only hundreds of millions of dollars just happened to disappear because of massive bot attacks and a screwed up contract that they were told not to release. But sure, we'll be nice. We'll play softball.
No, I don't think playing softball is my method. I think I want to keep Brad here for longer so we can get actual answers, because just shouting doesn't work. I need answers. I actually need answers. Whether you guys want that, I need them. Like for my family, because they're coming to me. I have a cousin that lost $15,000, and he doesn't have that type of money, and I'm gonna have to give it to him. But I need some answers. So please, if I really want Rise Up to talk, because he's very intelligent.
Thank you. So, did you send me a DM, Barney, so that I can forward you the link to that transaction?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I don't see you. Let me see. Let me follow you. Well, my limit is reached. I can't add to other people today. But yeah, let me continue a bit about on that transaction. So you might find it. The transaction happened 1:35, 57 seconds a.m. UTC. The amount of Ethereum bought for was 0.5, worth of $1,463.
Okay, I'm writing this down. You said it was 1:35:57.
Yes, 1 hour 35 minutes 57 seconds.
Did you say 0.05 or 0.5? Sorry, I want to make sure I have this information correct.
0.5 worth of Ethereum.
Okay.
Now, that wallet was also selling straight away at all-time high. Also, that wallet received money from the wallet created by the creator's wallet of the contract.
Okay, I will look into this. I have followed you. I will message you, and we will get this figured out together.
Okay. So my next question is, was the contract, the contract where Dex Tools is trading on at the moment, was that tested before you launched it?
Yes, it was tested over 200 times.
How can you test that over 200 times? Because if you want to test a contract, you need a minimum of 24 to 84 hours. You created that contract.
I'm sorry. The previous one was tested over 200 times. This one was tested. I'd have to go back and look at the notes, but I believe it was over 25 times from the time when we got it, the information from Justin, to rewriting it and testing it on the Rupston Ethereum network.
So let me get this straight. The first contract was tested. There were bugs in. Did you fix those bugs?
The only bug that was in there, it actually passed the test. The only thing that was in there was it was going to our burn wallet instead of the dead wallet. That was the only thing that was changed from the one that we had, and the change that we made and redeployed was just literally changing from the burn wallet we had to the Uniswap dead address. That was the only change made to it.
So there were no errors regarding to the text?
No, everything passed as success on every test that it passed, on the developer's test and on my tests.
Okay, so then I think you didn't do your job properly regarding to that, because in the first 5-6 hours The tax was 9.8 to buy and 13.8 to sell. Was the community informed about that?
The tax should have been the same on buy. If I'm understanding you correct, it should have been the what is it? 4, 3, 1, 2. It was like it's 10 sell, 10 buy, correct?
Yes, that's stated in your tokenomics. But the actual tax for selling was yesterday at 13.8.
I was not aware of that. What did you say it was for buying?
The buying was correct, but the selling was at 13.8, and I have pictures to prove that. But was the community, well, maybe you weren't aware of it, but why is that suddenly then fixed if you guys weren't aware of that?
I wasn't aware of that, and I'm still not aware of that, but I am going to find out.
Okay.
So you did say the buying is correct, but selling, is it still selling at 13.8?
No, the selling is adjusted to the correct one stated as on your website today. So
Okay.
that there was a change made, so you were aware of this. Otherwise, you didn't change it, since you are the one running the contract.
Correct. Yes, I am the one running the contract, and I've not made any changes to the tax. So I definitely would like to speak with you and get some more information on this. I want to figure out what's going on or what went on. Do you know when, by chance, the selling tax changed?
I need to check that for myself. All I know is it was yesterday. It went into Token Sniffer and it gave 13.8. Today I used it in Token Sniffer and it was 9.8.
Okay.
Also, we have checked some wallets previous to your the guy who created the contract. Just to make sure, we need to know who created that contract. Whether you are gonna like it or not, we need to know, because the guy who created your contract is involved in creating several scam contracts. This is only for your benefit, not for ours. We need to know that.
I understand. I need to get the proper authority to be able to get that, and if I can, then I will put that out for everybody to see. But at this moment, I'm not at the liberty to do that. I'm sorry. I'm just not. I can only say so much, and I have to protect myself too. So if I will push for this to go out, and if we can get the authority, then we will. I will definitely keep you posted on that.
Okay, so my next question, if people don't mind, if I ask another one, why was there liquidity removed? Let me take it quickly. Why was their liquidity removed straight after launch worth of $11,000?
What?
Yes, the wallet that you holding to work with the contract has removed yesterday $11,000 worth of liquidity while the token was launched.
Can you send me that transaction?
Yo, how does nobody know this though? And y'all CTOs and come on, man, y'all got to be kidding me.
Well, because I'm not sitting here looking at this I'm not doing what everybody else is doing and scouring over this. I have everything else that I'm trying to.
But this is the most important thing in your life right now.
This is your
very
project.
important information for you and your buddy Brad here. I think that you're probably a pretty nice guy. I have a feeling he wants to run out the door right now because we're not allowed to ask any tough questions. But you seem like an all right guy, and I think you should look into some of this stuff.
I gladly will, and that's why I'm sitting here doing this. I didn't have to come out here tonight. I volunteered to come out here.
No, you had to clear your name. You had to stop it.
You're allowed to think what you want to think. I was not obligated to
You owe it to your shareholders, sir.
I do owe it. That's why I came out here. That's why I'm saying I didn't come out here for any other reason than to volunteer to come out here to get answers or to give answers or to find answers to questions I didn't know existed yet.
Hey Barney, are you the only one that has has access to the contract, or does anybody else have private keys?
No, I'm the only one that has access to it. Let me rephrase that. At this moment in time, to the best 100% of my knowledge, I am the only one that has access to this.
Okay. I'm sorry. Crypto, rise up. Go ahead, finish, bro. I just have a couple questions. If you guys can just give that to me once rise up is done. Go ahead, Davey.
Okay, so the question was, why was there liquidity removed? Well, I am looking at this right now. The wallet that created the contract didn't remove the liquidity. The wallet that bought in 20 seconds after launch, and I found this very weird, why he can remove liquidity. The liquidity was removed February 12th, 2022, 1 hour, 53 minutes, and 8 seconds AM UTC.
Must be nice.
I'll have to do that time conversion. I don't know.
Okay,
I don't have
well, I
that
have a
answer, but I'm taking those. I will get these answers. I promise you.
Okay, sounds
5
good. I got a
hours on
question
East
for
Coast
Brad.
time.
Barney's done. He's answered your questions. Let him get these in the DMs out. Send him your screenshots.
Brad,
Absolutely.
bro, you made a horrible mistake, brother.
So Brad, real quick, hey, hold on, anime, hold on.
One last question.
I'm not answering the witch hunt because you guys are doing.
No. I got one more question.
No,
Brad,
I'm not answering it. I'm done.
Brad,
I was
if
done
you're
at 10.
if you're a multimillionaire, why did you have to borrow $55,000 from Dell Crypto?
Because it just debunks your whole claim that this was a rug pull.
What's up with your RICO case?
Hey guys, let's keep it to
Yeah, this is no longer a.
Let's keep this to
This
Lilly
is
real
no
quick,
longer.
guys.
We're getting out of the room. Have a
Please,
nice day.
guys.
We didn't get nowhere anyway. That was a big ass waste of an
Torres,
hour.
just give me the floor real quick, guys. Did they?
Yeah, go ahead, Nico.
Okay. Oh man, Barney left, right? Damn it.
They both bounced, and this is completely ridiculous because
Yeah, guys.
Barney earlier today said he was very defensive earlier today. They had all day to plan their bullshit, all right? And now they're here
Damn
and they're trying to finagle some nonsense, and now they bounced. Are you kidding
Guys,
me?
nobody asked about the NFT. Nobody asked about fucking why the deployer wallet being whitelisted, so you do not have to enable trading to add liquidity to Uniswap. They can add liquidity a week ago until they deploy. Come on, guys, man! I asked you guys 100 times. Let me ask these questions. I am a developer. I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Liquidity wasn't locked.
It doesn't matter if it's, hey, bro, it doesn't matter if it's locked or if it's not locked. Here, listen to me. It doesn't matter if liquidity is locked or not locked. You can add liquidity in Uniswap. I can add liquidity right now in Uniswap and launch a project a month from now, as long as I don't enable the trading. Okay, because when I deploy a contract from Remix, right, I deploy it with my deployer wallet. That deployer wallet is automatically whitelisted. It can make transactions at any time without having to enable anything. Nobody asked about the $53,000 NFT that was purchased. There was like so many different things. Dell Crypto, I know you still got your hand up, but you got caught lying. So you are a snake oil fucking salesman. So you can tell us whatever you want right now when you unmute and tell us whatever you want. But you got caught lying because you did not tell him in his fucking face. I gave you fucking the guy that deployed the contract because you had your opportunity to
Who's
do it.
Inter?
So yeah, it was Inter, but you didn't say that to Brad when we fucking put you in, when we put you guys in front of each other, man. God, you know what? I'm done, bro. Let me mute myself.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm
No,
going
no,
to
You
no.
guys
anime
are here
space.
right
Stick
now,
around, stick
and I had
around.
a lot of really good questions to ask these
No.
guys that would have fucking guys.
Well, yeah, but we had to have 20 minutes worth of statements, just to fucking wind the clock down. So apparently that was a thing. We can't just fucking rapid fire questions. We have to slowly and professionally do this fucking thing. Just to waste a bunch of time because we only had 1 hour. I wish we would have known we would only had 1 hour.
Was that NFT a repayment to you?
Fuck no. Fuck no.
Can you do us a favor? Okay, how about this, Del? You're so
Yeah, I just like to make a statement. I opened up the space 5 minutes early to make that statement. It took 1 minute. It went to 10:01. Okay.
So, Del Crypto, can you send me the wallet that you sent him the money from, the funds from?
You
I
guys
already
want
have that wallet.
me to give up my wallet?
I think I have that wallet.
Full transparency. It's all good.
Hey,
But yo,
it
listen,
sounds
man.
like
We
somebody.
got yo,
Sounds like
Feltron.
somebody's already. Sounds like
Anime got a
somebody already
space
has it.
open.
Sounds like
This
somebody already has
this
it.
space right here was softball questions. This was wiffle ball. We couldn't act how we wanted to act. Yo,
Nah, I
as
can't believe this
investors,
shit.
if anybody here in this room is potentially looking to buy Lilly, you guys are insane. Yo, as a potential investor, nothing was accomplished today. Whatever he was arrogant. He didn't answer no questions. Once again, Dell was the foreman for this. Whatever, he spoke more than Brad. It was disgusting. Barney's a CTO, doesn't know crap. Yo, this was so backwards, and nothing was accomplished tonight. Have a good night. I'm going to Anime's room. I'm out.
Well, the question I made was surely they didn't know it was coming.
Del,
Okay.
all right.
So
Hey, Crypto, thank you for holding this space. It is what it is. People are gonna, I know it's recorded. I just wish I had an opportunity to ask the developer.
I understand and I agree. I think there was way too many. The questions were. I don't know. I can be blamed for it if that's fine. I don't think that's the case. I only had an hour of time to work with, and I wanted to make sure that it was done professionally, in a sense, because legally, if I have to take action, um, I need to take action from this course. Apparently, people just overlook that and use hostility to make their decisions, which is fine. I have nothing to say about that. I do think it was a good space right up until it got way too hostile, which of course then had Brad leave, which you get more flies with honey, correct? Um, anyways, I appreciate everybody taking the time to come in here today. It means a lot to me. And you all, a lot of people in here lost a lot of money, which is terrible, along with my family, which is why I wanted it to be done in a professional manner so I could utilize some of this content. Um, that is what that is. If you guys, I feel that if we continue to try to do like a witch hunt method, you're not going to get the answers you want. I believe that there you go. I believe if you do it yourself accordingly, you can get the proper answers. So, and also it should be noted, I was not paid for this space. Go ahead, Del.
Okay, I've been wanting to speak for a while. So Shaka's like grilling me, and I'm being accused of lying, and I might be guilty of it. I may have misspoken. Absolutely, I was being grilled. Go. Who's the dev? Da 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 da. Who's the dev? And who's the source? Who's the source? And like, I don't want to like drag someone's name into it who's absolutely innocent and did nothing wrong. Now, it does seem like they're connecting whoever developed the Lilly coin. It seems I heard them say that they think that they're connected to a whole bunch of honeypots and stuff. I cannot confirm nor deny who did the Lilly coin. I don't know. And if I said that I knew who did the Lilly coin while like I was being grilled, well then, yup, I misspoke. And if you want to call that a lie, call it a lie. And what I also said was there was a whole bunch of stuff at Lilly that like, I wasn't privileged to, and vendors and who they that I said I had nothing to do with the creation of the coin, and I didn't. There was a point in time where I was asked nonchalantly, like nonchalantly. Do you know anybody who could help? Da, da, da? And I reached out. I asked someone, and I'm not gonna say who, and they gave me a name of someone who they trusted, and I shared that name. And I don't know if that person was used or not. I was never made aware of, and it sounds to me, Brad just said multiple vendors were involved in it, and I didn't know that. Well, in addition to that, so that's what I have to say about that and this claim that I lied. And I don't know. I got to go back over the recording. It's very well made that I have. If I stated that I knew who made the Lilly contract previously in that previous recording, then I misspoke and I lied.
Del,
And
I have a question for you.
okay.
So
where do you think your credibility lies at this point?
I'm a guy on Twitter. I think it lies. I pray it lies the same place it always lies. In your eyes, I should have none. I'm a guy. Why would you give? You don't know me from Adam, and I never asked you to listen to me or for a follow or anything. So yeah, I would say that that's at the same in my eyes of everybody on here.
Okay, so going forward, are you still going to be as vocal on projects that you're bullish on, with in hindsight of what's happened? Because I just became aware of you probably a couple months ago, but there's many people that I'm in communication with that have known you and that trust you as a source for good intel on crypto. I mean, you have like 80,000 followers. You were very bullish on Lilly. You seem to, people think you're educated, right? So look at this
Well, I
situation
performed well.
today and yesterday. Yeah, yeah. So how would you judge your performance in the last 48 hours?
I would say that a launch when I would say that I felt a certain way about the fundamentals of a digital asset that when it came to the market, had a terrible launch, and that now that digital asset is facing the ramifications of that, but that I will still say that I got no difference an opinion of the fundamentals of the coin, which I had done a detailed analysis on from my point of view.
Okay. Well, as we know, this how the space went. A lot of people will feel angry and upset. So keep that in mind. And whether
I'm among them. There's a lot of bullshit that there's like all that stuff they were talking about coins getting transferred before airdrop. All that shit needs to be they need to come out and be outright. That's the type of stuff right there that gets my blood boiling.
Yeah, well, I can't speak on that because I don't have the data, and you guys know how I do my thing. So what I will say this, Tara, go ahead.
Hi, guys. Hi, Dell. Hi, Crypto. Hi, everybody. I just wanted to say really quick, Dell, I noticed that you started your platform, close to around the same time that I started mine. And as someone who kind of rapidly grew on Twitter and didn't really expect that to happen, I've learned really quick that you have to be so careful what you attach yourself to or attach your name to on here, because you can end up taking so much heat for it. So I'm sorry to see that happening. It seems to you. I don't really know what your affiliation is with Lilly Coin and the whole situation, but it's terrible if people, got rugged or whatever happened there. I guess you guys are still trying to work it out. But I mainly came here to talk to you, Crypto Bollocks, because I wanted to say, as someone who hosts these calls frequently, you have done a phenomenal job. I know it can be hard to be in the hot seat as the host. I hope that people don't go and drag you through the mud, and do understand that it's extremely challenging to mediate these types of situations. And it doesn't necessarily mean you're affiliated or associated. You're trying to get answers too from the looks of it and the sounds of it. So I just wanted to say you did well. I've been in here listening throughout, and you kept it professional. You recorded the space so people can refer back. And again, it's not always easy to host these things. So please, for anyone in here, if you're going to go after anyone, go after the facts, because Cryptobolics, we're lucky to have someone step up and say, I'll do it. I'll take one for the team, and, risk being guilty by association. So just know, as someone who was here witnessing what took place and what went down, I appreciate you.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I just got word from like 100 other people now. Apparently in the other room, they're just trashing me super duper hard.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, this is exactly what I used to do. And I heard them come up and say, I'm going to so-and-so's room. And that's exactly what people should not do. This isn't their space to come say, everyone follow me over to so-and-so. This is your platform. This is your space. That wasn't right for them to do that. So I just wanted to say, I stuck around to listen to you guys hash it out. I will not go participate in any bashing sessions because I just think that's wrong. You're the host. as the host, you mediate, you do what's best for the community, you try to get to the bottom of things and try to find the answers. You don't sit here and pick sides or you scream at people or cuss people out or even allow that to happen because it doesn't accomplish anything. So I just wanted to commend you and say you did a really good job. Don't let it get you down. I know that it can affect me when people do that, have done that in the past to me. So I just wanted to be here as like someone who's kind of been there, done that, and just say you do have so much support out there. And I know right now you're going to hear a lot of negativity and probably take some heat, but just remember you are who you are. You did the right thing and you tried your best. So just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing it right.
Well, thank you for that. Yeah, and as regards to people, think I got paid for this. The only way I get paid is to have people on my show. And I've already said that multiple times. No one paid me to do this space today. It was a fact-finding mission for myself and actually for my family who was affected in this by a substantial amount. Where my cousin. So I'll give you the story and why I wanted to get involved. I never get involved. I never do. Never. But my cousin thought it was smart to do this weird trust capital thing with his 401k. And he pulled out quite a large amount of money, which is like 15 grand out of his 401k.